Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me today. Today I want to focus this video on Marketplace. So there have been several pieces within my home that I have scored from Marketplace, and today I'd really like to run through those pieces with you. Not all of them will be included in this video, but the pieces that I absolutely love and think are worth showing you in at least today's part of the video, I will include some footage of them. I want to talk price points. I want to talk some tips and tricks as to how to kind of navigate Marketplace and what I do in order to try and find these pieces. So again, thank you for joining me. I've got a list down here of pieces that I want to walk through with you guys. And yeah, let's get started. So the first piece that I want to talk about is my Elmwood stools. Before going into all the pieces though, I would like to disclose, and I've said this in past videos, that Marketplace, just like thrifting and secondhand shopping, is very much a patience game in my opinion. These pieces that I've collected and I'm about to show you today, they're pieces that have taken me a really long time to find. So in my opinion, to create a curated space that feels like you and that's really unique to you and your personality, that takes time. It's not something that I think you really go into a retail shop, buy everything, and then come out with a room that's like perfectly you, or a space that's perfectly you. For some people that might work, of course, but I think that when you take your time to source items, it does create a beautiful blend of this, you know, curation, and it also, I think, allows you to choose pieces that you truly love and that are quality. So I'm very much into purchasing pieces that are not just a placeholder, but fit that space perfectly. They're the right item and you're gonna love it long term. It's not something that maybe you're gonna get sick of in 2 years, or, oh, it was just an easy thing to fill the space with, we just needed it. Obviously everyone's situation is different financially, everything, you know, but speaking generally and broadly here, I think that taking your time to find those pieces so that you do love it, it feels curated and feels like you, and also is quality, is a huge plus in my opinion. I think more and more we're getting into society that is very much, you know, a throwaway society. We build or construct pieces with materials that maybe aren't the best anymore, and you can see it. They don't last as long, and they don't look as nice in my opinion. So I think that Marketplace is a wonderful resource for finding items that have that quality, have that character and uniqueness. And yeah, I think it's just an awesome place. I've done so much Marketplace shopping over the years. You're not always guaranteed a perfect piece, I will say that. I have bought items where, you know, I have to fix a handle, or there's a little chip in the glass maybe, or dings in the wood and stuff. But for me, if you've watched my previous videos, I love character, so all of those things are kind of not red flags. They're usually things I can work around, or else don't bother me too much. So enough chit chat, let's move on to the items and we'll walk through them together. So the first item that I have are my Elmwood stools. I love these stools. They were purchased several years back, actually very close to our move-in date, which was about 4 years ago roughly. I found there was actually 4 advertised, I believe, and at the time I just snagged 2 of them. It was just a budget thing for me. They were about $100 a piece, I believe, and for me personally, I've said this before in other videos, finding antique pieces like these are very difficult to come by where I live. We of course have antique stores, but these Elmwood stools are not a common find whatsoever. So to find them on Marketplace, I was so excited. And yeah, I picked them up. I use them in so many spaces throughout my home. Like I've said before, I don't really keep items in the same spot. So they have been kind of nightstands, if you want to call it that, little side tables. I love pairing them beside a chair with a cup of coffee in the morning to rest on. They're just awesome. The distressing on them, the character of the wood, I think just adds this warmth and this uniqueness to any space I put them in. I don't have an overly huge house, so they're also a great little side table that doesn't take up much room. So yeah, I think they were about $100 each, and that was a huge score. I will find that I will keep forever. Next item is my pine cabinet. So this pine, I don't know if you want to call it chest of drawers or cabinet, I think I paid roughly about $250 for. A tip for Marketplace, if you like this kind of style, definitely search up the words antique pine, antique wood, chest of drawers is also a great little title to search. And yeah, this piece was found a couple years ago as well. I love it. It is such a great storage solution for us. Again, I have moved this to multiple places throughout my home. It's been in a bedroom space. It's been in the room that you'll currently see it in the footage here. And yeah, it has a huge deep drawer. It's got a beautiful key and lock mechanism down below. And we have used this for actually dog storage up top, which is kind of odd. And then we've also put blankets down below. So just in the space that it is, it's our TV room. So we like to have some blankets stored in there for cuddling up to. So it's been a wonderful piece. Again, it's those materials that I think speak loudly. It is good quality. I think that's super hard to come by in today's day and age. Everything is that, you know, super cheap kind of wood that particle board kind of falls apart over years and doesn't hold up as well. And so to find a piece that is that solid wood, I know it's going to last me forever. And it looks quality and looks yeah, substantial, I suppose. So I love decorating this piece. It adds a lot of character. And yeah, that's the second one. The next is my white Ikea Jenny Lund chair. So this chair was purchased actually quite recently, I would say within the past few months. I got this actually from, I shouldn't say it was actually Marketplace, it was actually an MCC, but under the furniture category that we're going today, I do see a lot of IKEA furniture on my Marketplace. And this one was a price range of $50, so it was an incredible deal. I could not say no to it. It is a slipcover chair and it is in perfect condition. It had no stains, no rips, no tears, anything like that. And it had the slipcover, which was super important to me. I love pieces of furniture that have that, because for me, washing things very thoroughly with a Bissell or in the washing machine is super important. So that slipcover made me really happy. I popped it all in the wash, washed up beautifully. And yeah, I love this chair. The price point was amazing. And I think IKEA has some really great pieces. I try and go for things that kind of have a bit more of a narrow profile, like this Jenny Lund chair. I think it is a discontinued chair, but again, another tip. If you're looking for pieces that have been discontinued, Kijiji, Marketplace, they're great places to look, because there's often people selling old discontinued products from stores like that. So definitely take a peek and see what you can find if you're looking for something to kind of complete your set or whatever. My next one is my linen sofas. So one of these sofas was actually purchased off of Marketplace. It is 100% linen. It is from EQ3, I believe, originally. I do not know the name of it. I could try and do some research. Again, I have a feeling that this product is discontinued, but do not quote me on that. Anyways, this was purchased near, I think, our move-in date as well, so about 4 years ago. and it is amazing. Like, to find 100% linen on Marketplace was so thrilling. I think it's just a beautiful fabric that holds up wonderfully. I have so many linen pieces within my home and I've never been disappointed. This one was posted and it was in great shape. I did recover the bench seat with fabric. So if you go to EQ3, you can actually order the fabric there and they can have you either do the reupholstering and recover it. I had my precious mother do that for me, which was so kind of her. So we completely recovered the bench seat. It just had a bit of stains from the previous owner and I wanted to freshen it up really nicely. So we ordered the material, redid the bench seat in the same fabric, obviously, and I gave everything a clean because it was slipcover. I could pop everything else off, give it a good wash, and that couch has been amazing. It's feather filled in the back pillows, which is so lovely for giving that fullness to it. And I think we paid around $250 for it roughly. So an EQ3 sofa that is 100% linen, feather filled pillows, and bench seat, I thought was amazing. Like, you really can't buy a sofa for that price. And you never know, like, there's a prime example that Marketplace does have items that are quality. So keep your eyes peeled for things like that. They do exist. Again, patience game for sure. The next item is my glass hutch or cabinet. I've actually gone over this cabinet in a previous video. This was bought from Marketplace. Again, it was actually one of the first pieces I bought when we moved in. I did not know where I was going to put it, so I kind of had it in storage for a bit, but it was $75, which was an unreal deal in my opinion. Again, we have antique stores here, but they do not typically carry huge pieces of furniture like that, and they definitely do not carry them at that price point. So I was super excited to find that, and yeah, $75 was a score. I always try and search in Marketplace any type of antique piece of furniture. I always love looking at. It's worth a ponder for sure on Marketplace. So put it in the title: antique pine, antique cabinet, antique hutch, anything like that, and it'll kind of broaden your search and can kind of help you find those pieces a bit more. This one is great for storage. Super nice to be able to display all of my little knickknacks that I have, and so that was an absolute score. My tip also is that if you come by these pieces and you really are drawn to them, just go for it because they go so quickly. I don't know if there's just more people on Marketplace or what, but I used to be able to look at an item and be able to kind of think about it, I feel like, for a few days before maybe jumping on it. And now it's just gone. So if you find a piece and you love it, I say just go for it. Obviously, if the price point is there and the quality and all those things, but things go quickly. So definitely take advantage of it when you see it. Next thing is my Farmhouse Table. This was purchased from Marketplace, again, very close to our move-in date. It was about $150, I believe, which was, again, in my opinion, a pretty good deal for a table. I wanted a table that was going to add warmth and that I didn't have to worry about. Like, I love that this table has the dings, it has the scratches, it's got stains on it. It's in no way perfect. I did give it a little bit of a stain when I first purchased it to warm up the color. But yeah, it's so imperfect and I love that about it because whenever we eat on it, I don't have to worry. It's perfectly imperfect, really. So $150 for a table I thought was a great deal, and it's lasted us forever. It's actually made of reclaimed, I think it's barn board or some type of board. It was handmade by a gentleman, super sweet man, and he gave us the great deal of that piece, and yeah, it's been with us forever and it just fits right into that space really well. So Farmhouse Table is a great thing to search up if you like that style of table. Again, antique pine, European antique table, all those things will kind of direct you to that kind of style, in my opinion.